Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Jag here. In today's class, we're going to actually continue with our Math 9 content on the equation of a line. And what we're going to focus on today is going to be parallel and perpendicular lines. So with that, let's get started. All right, so here we are. Okay, so I wrote down parallel and perpendicular lines because that's what the focus will be today. But first off, we're just going to try an example here, okay, as a review on finding the equation of a line. Okay, so let's do find. I'm going to put the equation of a line. And let's put down the slope. So with a slope of 5. Okay, so I can see the m value is actually given to me already. Okay, and it is passing through a point. And I'll give you the point here. So passing through, let's try point P, okay, which is 2 and 3. So just like this. Okay, this should be somewhat of a review. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to plug this into the y equals mx plus b point, okay? And we're going to plug in the slope, okay? The slope is the m value. Okay, so instead of the m here, I'm just putting in the 5. Does everyone see that? So y equals 5x plus b. And then I'm going to use the point that they give me in the question, which is 2 and 3. Okay, and I'm using it for x and y. So I'm going to plug in the value. So the y is 3, so 3 equals 5 times the value of x, which is 2 plus b. Okay, so this is how you always find the equation of a line. Okay, so let's just multiply this. 3 equals 10 plus b. Okay, then you're going to take the 10 to the other side. I'm going to subtract this. So 3 minus 10 equals b. So every time you go across the equal sign, make sure you're changing the sign. Okay? And so b is equal to negative 7. So again, I like to box my answer here like this. Okay? And we're looking for the actual equation here. Okay? So make sure you write your final equation. So therefore, y equals your m value, which is the slope. So 5x. And your b, which is negative 7. Okay, and this is the final answer the teacher is looking for. Again, I just boxed my answer so the teacher can clearly see my final answer. Okay, make sure when you're writing your final answer here, if the value of b for the y-intercept is negative, okay, I'm not going to write y equals 5x plus negative 7. The teacher just wants to see one sign. So y equals 5x minus 7. Okay, are there any questions there? All right, good. So now we're just going to move on to the parallel and perpendicular lines, okay? So the question says, find the equation of a line. Maybe let's just write it here. So I'm going to put find the equation of a line, okay? And this time it's going to be, let's do parallel. Okay, it is parallel to this line that they give you here. And I'm going to write the equation. So y equals 1 over 2x plus 3. Okay. And it is passing. Let's do through the origin. Okay. And so again, remember the origin is 0, 0. Okay. Now say I'm doing this question. I'm going to do y equals mx plus b. Okay. Because the equation of this line has to be parallel to the line they give me, the slope of this line is 1/2. Okay, now for my line, because it's parallel to this line, it has to have the same slope. So we're going to do 1/2 x plus b. Okay, so let's make a note. I'm going to put use the same slope. Okay. And again, that's when you see the lines are parallel. Remember, they're going in the same direction. So the slope has to be the same. They're never going to meet each other. Okay? And because this line is passing through the origin, I want to use point 0, 0. Okay? For both x and y. And I'm going to plug it into my equation here. So 0 equals 1/2 times 0 plus b. Does everyone see that? Okay, there are quite a few questions where the line is passing through the origin. Okay, so don't get confused here. This is like 0 equals to b. Okay, or b is equal to 0, because 1/2 times 0 is also 0. Okay, so let's write b equals 0. Okay, so this is the intercept here. And so therefore, I'm going to write my equation for y equals mx plus b. Okay, my slope is 1/2, so 1/2 x. The b value is 0, so it's just like 1/2 x plus 0. I don't need to write the 0 here. Okay, so this is going to be my final answer. Everyone is good here? Okay, so I wanted to try just this simple question here, so we all know how to do it. Okay, so let's try one more example. Okay, I'm going to take this away. And this time we're going to try an example with the perpendicular lines. Okay, so this time we're going to, let's do find an equation. Okay, find an equation, let's do of a line. Okay, and it is going to be perpendicular, okay, to this equation. I'll give you the equation. Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 3. And then it's passing through this point as well. So let's do passing through points -2, -3. Okay, so this is the point right here. So this time this line, my line has to be perpendicular, okay, to this line. So let's write down the y equals mx plus b. Okay, again, remember what perpendicular means. Okay, I have to remember the definition. Perpendicular doesn't mean I have the same slope here. Okay, so the slope actually of my line is the negative reciprocal. Okay, so if you're wondering what that means, the slope of this line is negative 5 over 2. Reciprocal means I'm just going to flip over. Okay, I'll make arrows here. I'm going to flip over this fraction. Okay, so it becomes 2 over 5. Okay, and you notice how this is negative 5 over 2. I have to do the negative reciprocal, which means I'm actually adding. Okay, let's put in brackets. So I'm adding actually an extra negative sign like this. Okay, because this fraction is actually already negative. Okay, everyone see that? And these two negatives make it positive. Okay, so the slope of my line is actually 2 over 5. Okay, and some students do forget, okay, to take the negative reciprocal here. Okay, your answer will just be wrong. Okay, so y equals 2 over 5x plus b. So just like this, okay? Now we're going to take this point that's given to us. The point is -2 and -3. I always write the point, okay, right beside the equation when I'm going to plug it in. Because sometimes, again, students will mix up the x and y values when they're plugging it in here. And if you find that's the case, I always write x and y on top of the numbers, okay? Remember, the teacher won't take off marks for anything extra that you feel like doing. Okay, I have to make sure I'm getting the correct final answer, all right? So we're going to take this point. Let's plug it in here. So the y is -3. Okay, and the x is -2 plus b. Okay, so again, I'm going to multiply the fraction. So -3 equals, and when you multiply it, make sure you're only multiplying the numerator. So I'm doing 2 times -2, so -4 over 5 plus b. I always make sure I show all my steps here, okay, just in case the teacher is giving part marks. Okay, I want to make sure if my final answer is incorrect, that I'm getting all these part marks. So we're going to take this -4 over 5 to the other side and becomes +4 over 5 equals b. Okay, everyone's good so far? There's a whole number, which is over 1. We're going to take a common denominator, which is 5. So just times it by 5 here like this, okay? And I'm going to multiply this, -3 times 5, -15 over 5, plus 4 over 5 equals b. Okay? And now the denominators are the same. You're just adding the numerators together. So negative 15 plus 4, okay, which is negative 11. So we can just write it like this. B equals negative 11 over 5. So this is my value for B. This is the y-intercept, okay, is what the B value is. Okay, remember the M value is just the slope, okay? The slope just tells you the slant of the line. And so therefore, my final equation for y equals mx plus b, okay, is going to be, I have my slope, which is right here, so 2 over 5 x, okay? And then your b value, so minus 11 over 5, like that. Okay, so I'm going to box it. Okay, in most cases, you will notice, okay, that when you're dealing with fractions, whatever your slope is, okay, in comparison to the y-intercept, usually you'll notice that the denominator is the same, okay? So that's just a pattern to note down, okay, as you're doing these questions. Okay, one more time for this example, it was the equation of a line that is perpendicular, okay, to this line given to me. So make sure when you're putting it into the equation, you're taking the negative reciprocal. Okay, it gives you the points negative 2 and negative 3 that it passes through. So you're just taking this point, okay, you're plugging it into your equation to solve for the y-intercept, okay? And you notice when you do all these questions, there's just slight variations, but I'm always solving for the y-intercept, okay? That way I can find my answer to the final equation, okay? All right, so that looks good. And if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks, bye.